Hello, welcome back to Bard Interviews. Today we're going to look into notorious playwright, poet, and actor William Shakespeare. Let's give him a big round of applause.
Thank you. Hi Billy, thanks for having me on the show. I'm excited to be here and answer some questions.
No problem. Let's jump right into the interview. I want to start with your childhood. How did you have it growing up?
My father was a successful glover named John, and my mom is named Mary. I was educated in the King's New School in Stratford. When I was 18, I married to Anne Hathaway.
That's very interesting. So your father, he made gloves?
Yes, and he was very successful too.
Oh, I hadn't known that profession. And on the hand of not knowing, when were you actually born?
Great question. Wow, I like your setup. When's your birthday?
Come on, Will. Answer the question.
Well, no one knows the true answer to that question, but we all say that's April 23rd, so let's just go with that.
So it might as well just be April 23rd. Okay, let's move on. For my next question, let's talk about how and why you decided to become a playwright, poet, and actor.
Alright, let's get right into it.
So, did you have a moment of truth that led you to choosing writing as your career, or was it forced upon you?
Well, after writing my first two poems, I realized I had potential for writing, and I thought I could act too. I had an interest for theater, so that was perfect choice.
I guess that's a good reason to become a playwright. Did it pay off?
Well, yeah, I'm pretty sure it paid off. Most of my plays became very famous, and I am extremely proud of them.
That's great. There's a lot to be proud of. What play are you most proud of?
Well, all of my plays are masterpieces, but I feel like my best work was Macbeth. Brilliant piece of work. I believe it is my most popular play as well, since it has so many different variations of the play, but none compared to mine.
So, William, did you expect your plays to become as popular as they did? Not to mention change the way plays were written forever?
In all honesty, I had no idea my plays would even sell out, let alone do as well as they did. It still amazes me to this day, and I'm so grateful what the plays have given me.
That's great. Let's get on to the topic of a rumor that's been going on regarding Macbeth.
Yes. I think I know where you're going with this.
Let's just get right into it. I heard a legend that saying the word Macbeth in any theater will leave a curse on you. I guess we all just wanted to know, is this true or just some random myth made up by some actors?
That's a great question. Many believe it is a curse, many believe it's fake with crazy coincidences, but I believe it could be anything you want it to be.
Okay, I guess. What about when the characters say Macbeth's name in the play? He's the main character after all.
The play cannot be named, but that does not mean the word cannot be said.
That's a very intriguing answer. And that's all the time we have for today. Thank you for coming, Shakespeare. Everybody give him a big round of applause. You are the biggest inspiration for writing.
Thank you. Breaking news. King Duncan was found dead last night with multiple stab wounds in his body. King Duncan was last seen in Macbeth's castle, so Macbeth is a prime suspect. Multiple sources seem to believe it could be Duncan's son, Malcolm, since he was next in line for the throne, and a key eyewitness spotted Malcolm fleeing the castle in the middle of the night. We are now showing you a private clip of the conversation between the Thane of Fife, Macduff, and Macduff's cousin, Ross, which might shed some light on this dark, dark story. Is it known who did this more than bloody deed? Those who Macbeth was slain. Alas the day, what good could they pretend? They were suborned. Malcolm and Donalbain, the king's two sons, are stolen away and fled, which puts upon them the suspicion of the deed. What we can take away from this conversation is that Ross first asks Macduff who killed the king. Macduff then responds with how Macbeth has killed the servants and were paid to betray the king. Macduff also mentions that Malcolm, as well as the king's other son, Donalbain, have fled, making them the prime suspects. So, the evidence we have concluded from this heartbreaking story is that Malcolm and Donalbain are the prime suspects. The noble Macbeth is set to become the King of Scotland, and a good one at that. This has been the Scottish Breaking News, bringing you lovely citizens of Scotland the top stories at lightning fast speed. Good night, everybody.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to an inside view on Macbeth's castle and its surroundings. In this report, we'll be visiting key locations and explaining the events that occurred there. Along with each location I visit, I will provide a quote from the text related to that place. I welcome you to watch, relax, and enjoy the tour, all while learning about the key events, locations, and quotes in Macbeth. We'll be starting with the first important location within the play, the place at which Macbeth first met the witches. A heath by Forres. This heath, at which such a significant event happened, is currently dominated by low shrubs and the soil is hard and infertile. I wonder how this heath looked when Macbeth and the witches first met. I'll now be quoting the three witches upon the heath. All hail Macbeth! Hail to thee, Thane of Glamis! All hail Macbeth! Hail to thee, Thane of Cawdor! All hail Macbeth! Thou shalt be king hereafter. Act 1, Scene 3, 50 to 53. I hope you enjoyed the last location. Now we'll be visiting Macbeth's castle. This is the castle at which Macbeth assassinated King Duncan and blamed the assassination upon his chamberlains. It is the room on the scene in which he last had a sense of right and wrong. This is also the room in which Lady Macbeth managed to taunt Macbeth enough to convince him to do the assassination. Now, we'll be looking at the room in which King Duncan was assassinated. In this room, King Duncan is assassinated in his sleep by Macbeth. This is a quote directly from the text. I go, and it is done. The bell invites me. Hear it not, Duncan, for it is a knell that summons thee to heaven or to hell. Act 1, Scene 1, 63 to 65. This is a quote of Macbeth's words right before assassinating King Duncan. The next and last place we will be looking at is Burnham Woods, the prophesied forest in which the soldiers camouflaged themselves to run towards Macbeth's castle. Macbeth was told not to fear until the forest moved towards his castle, and the prophecy was fulfilled when the soldiers decided to use branches and twigs as camouflage. A direct quote from the text would be, Bring me no more reports, let them fly all, till Burnham Woods removed to Dunsinane, I cannot taint with fear. Act 5, Scene 3, 1 to 3. This is a quote in which Macbeth showed his confidence and said not to be given reports until the woods moved. I hope you enjoyed the tour on an inside view in Macbeth's castle and its surroundings. In this film, we attempted to add quotes, information, and a visual on Macbeth. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next time on Bard Interviews.
Is it recording you? It's recording you and not the goddamn ground again.
Okay, remember? Is that how?
I didn't fucking click it. Spook. Hello, welcome back to Bard Interviews. Today we're going to look right into
Different variations of play, but none compared to mine.
So William, did you expect your plays to become as popular as? Okay, I'm just gonna go back and wave a curse in you. Now let's go back because I fucked up.
Okay, we can go to. I know where you're going with this.
Okay.
Yes, I think I know where you're going with this.
So let's just get right into it. That was terrible. Oh no.
I'll wait a bit.
Okay. No. No. No.
Okay, just like a little.
Okay.
Yes, I think I know where you're going with this.
Wait, that's too fast.
I think you double tap so it went.
Yeah. That's how we want it to go.
Yeah.